Welcome to Mother-Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki, and today we're going to show you how we made these end tables out of stumps.
These stumps have been sitting in my garage for about 10 months, so they were perfectly dried out and ready to use.
We found these stumps across the street from my house following a hurricane, and they were in my neighbor's trash pile.
So come join us as we show you how we made them. The first step was to debark both stumps. We found that a rotary hammer with a tile chisel made quick work of this. In another log project, you're going to see that we debarked the wood with a hand chisel, and that took about 2 hours. And in this project, you'll see that we used the rotary hammer, and it took about 5 minutes to debark. So if you're going to be debarking a lot of logs, this is the tool for you. We wanted the stump as level as possible, so we marked the same length around the entire circumference. Then we used our Makita reciprocating saw with Milwaukee saw blade. We originally used a 12-inch blade, but realized we didn't have as much control with this length, so we switched to a 9-inch blade. This worked fairly well, and then we used a belt sander to clean up the rest. We have a pretty old belt sander, and we're hoping to get a new modern one for our next project. Next, we attached a wire cut brush to our Makita drill driver. This helped to remove some of the stringy strands from the side. Lastly, we kept sanding the wood, starting at 60 grit, going to 220 grit. We still had some small spaces that we couldn't get with our orbital sander, so we sanded those with the Dremel.
The Dremel with a sanding attachment is great for getting around all those little details on the stump.
For the first stump, it had some deep cracks in the top, so we decided to fill that with clear epoxy. We used aluminum tape to cover the spots where the epoxy could drip out. Well, as we were pouring the epoxy, we did notice it was starting to drip, so we decided to go with it and cover the entire log with epoxy. On the second stump, we used clear poly to finish, sanding with 320 grit sandpaper between each coat. What we learned. So we have 2 logs here, but we actually have 3 more logs that we got when we got these logs. So we're gonna be showing a couple more videos featuring logs and different techniques because they're just a whole lot of fun to DIY with.
They are. This project is really very doable. We're not gonna say it's quick and easy, but it is doable. And depending on your tools that you have, it can be very labor intensive. But the end result is really worth it.
Yeah, so if you like this project from us and want to see more, be sure to visit us at motherdaughterprojects.com. And subscribe right here on YouTube, click the little bell, and you get alerted to all our new videos. What'd you do? You being silly.
I'm just messing.
You being silly.
Okay.